Unit 1, Week 1, Lesson 4. Why should I keep track of my reading? And how can I read more frequent? Have you ever started a book that you couldn't finish? I call this abandoning a book. What are some reasons you or someone might abandon a book? Did you abandon a book because the book was just too easy, or too difficult, or not interesting, and you just weren't enjoying it? Do you think it's okay to abandon books? Yes, it is okay to occasionally abandon a book, but it cannot become a habit during independent reading. So, you don't want to become a frequent abandoner. You should only abandon one book per month. Anything more is too frequent. Today, we're going to listen to the story, The Wednesday Surprise by Eve Bunting. But before we begin, what reading strategy did we learn about yesterday? Yes, good readers are good thinkers. You're going to write a good comment about what you already know about the story. Think about all the different things you already know about the story just by looking at the cover. Then, throughout the story, as you listen to the story, you are going to write a thought about during the story and at the end.
The Wednesday Surprise by Eve Bunting. I like surprises. The one Grandma and I are planning for Dad's birthday is the best surprise of all. We work on it Wednesday nights. On Wednesdays, Mom has to stay late at the office, and my brother, Sam, goes to basketball practice at the Y. That's when Grandma rides the bus across town to stay with me. I watch for her from the window and I blow on the glass to make breath pictures while I wait. When I see her, I call, "Sam, she's here." And he says it's okay to run down the long stairs and wait by the door. "Grandma," I call. "Anna." She's hurrying, her big cloth bag bumping against her legs. We meet and hug. She tells me how much I've grown since last week, and I tell her how much she's grown too, which is our joke. Between us, we carry her lumpy bag upstairs. I show Grandma my breath picture, if it's still there. Mostly she knows what it is. Mostly she's the only one who does. On Wednesday nights, we have hot dogs. "Have you heard from your dad?" Grandma asks Sam. "He'll be back Saturday, same as always," Sam says. "In time for his birthday." "His birthday?" Grandma raises her eyebrows as if she'd forgotten all about that. Grandma is some actress. When Sam goes, she and I do the dishes. Then, get down to business. I sit beside her on the couch, and she takes the first picture book from the bag. We read the story together, out loud, and when we finish one book, we start a second. We read for an hour, 7 years old and smart as paint already. I'm pleased. They're all going to be so surprised on Saturday, I said. When Sam comes home, we play card games. And when Mom comes, she plays too. You'll be here for the birthday dinner? Mom asks as Grandma's getting ready to leave. Oh, yes, the birthday, Grandma says vaguely, as if she'd forgotten again. As if we hadn't been working on our special surprise for weeks and weeks. Grandma is tricky. I'll be here, she says. Sam walks Grandma to the bus stop. As they're going down the stairs, I hear him say, "What have you got in this bag, Grandma?" "Bricks." That makes me smile. Dad comes home Saturday morning, and we rush at him with our happy birthdays. He has bought Sam a basketball magazine, and me a pebble, smooth and speckled as an egg, for my rock collection. I found it in the desert, close to the truck stop, he says. It was half covered with sand. I hold it, imagining I can still feel the desert sun hot inside me. How long did it lie there? What kind of rock is it? Dad has stopped to pick wildflowers for Mom. They're wilting as she runs to put them in water. Then Dad has to go to bed because he has been driving his big truck all through the night. While Dad sleeps, Sam and I hang red and blue streamers in the living room. We help Mom frost the cake. We made Dad's favorite dinner, pot roast, and our gifts are wrapped and ready. I watch for Grandma and help carry the bag upstairs. Wow! Sam should feel how heavy it is now. Grandma has brought a ton of books. We hide the bag behind the couch. I am sick from being nervous. Grandma usually has seconds, but tonight she doesn't. I don't either. I can tell Mom is worried about the pot roast, but Grandma tells her it's very good. Are you feeling well, Mama? Dad asks Grandma. How are your knees? Fine, fine. The knees are fine. Dad blows out the birthday candles of the evening's gifts. Then Grandma shoots a glance in my direction, and I go for the big bag and drag it across to the table. I settle it on the floor between us. Another present? Dad asks. It's a special surprise for your birthday, Dad, from Grandma and me. My heart's beating awfully fast as I unzip the bag and give the first book to Grandma. It's called Popcorn. I squeeze Grandma's hand and she stands and begins to read. Mom and Dad and Sam are all astonished. Dad jumps up and says, "What's this?" But Mom shushes him and pulls him back down. Grandma has the floor. She finishes popcorn, which takes quite a while, gives the book back to me, and beams all over her face. My goodness, Mom is beaming too. When did this wonderful thing happen? When did you learn to read? Anna taught me, Grandma says. On Wednesday nights, I add. She took the books home in practice. You were always telling me to go to classes. Classes, classes, Grandma says to Dad. She looks at Mom. You must learn to read, you said. So, I come to Anna. I giggle because I'm so excited. Grandma reads and acts out The Easter Pig and The Velveteen Rabbit. It's much smarter if you learn to read when you're young, she tells Sam sternly. The chance may pass along for years.
Right? Think about your thoughts before, during, and after. What do you think the word accountability means? Accountability. It means being responsible for your actions, both good choices and bad choices. You are going to hold yourself accountable for the books that you start and finish. Meaning, you guys should be reading chapter books right now. Each time you start a new chapter book, you are going to write down the title and author of the book. Then you will write down the date in which you started reading, and then the end. The last thing that you're going to do is rate the book. 1 star, meaning it wasn't very good and you really don't recommend it, to 5 stars, which you think everyone should read the book because it was just that good. You are going to get some mail, and in the envelope is going to be a couple reading logs. There's going to be 3 holes that are punched in each page. And you are going to put these pages in your folder, the one where your reading calendar is, so that you can keep track and be held accountable for as many chapter books as you can read this year.